What is up, everybody? We're going to see how this goes. I've never done a video on my phone, so wish me luck. What I would love to do today is show you some of the sick, awesome, amazing things that I received this past weekend at Horrorhound Weekend, Cincinnati, Ohio. My good friend Josh Wolford invited me to go to this convention, and my amazing partner Emily convinced me that I should actually do it and stop being a little baby about spending money and do something fun. And so I did, and I appreciate both of them greatly. And Kellyanne, Josh's wife, who accompanied us on Sunday, awesome people all around, and obviously I love each and every one of them. So I ventured down to Cincinnati on Saturday to attend Horrorhound. We had passes for Sunday. Josh got us passes so we could go and enjoy the festivities. But he and I decided on Saturday that we would go see if there were any tickets available at the door. We had a few other things to look into, a few other errands to run, stuff like that. So we decided to check it out. We stopped by. They did have tickets. I had a list of everything I needed to accomplish, and he was very supportive in helping me check all those things off the list. So first and foremost, I'm going to break this video into a few pieces and try to splice it together in a nice way that's organized, and the videos and pictures we took there will fit into it. I've never done that. If you see my videos, you know that I don't normally do that, so wish me luck. The first person that I met was Lee Wallace. Lee Wallace was the director of the It miniseries. Now, that is one of the earliest movies that I remember seeing as a kid. There's It, Creepshow. Those are the two. The Stand miniseries, three, I guess. Those are the three that really come to mind when I think early horror for me. So he brought this guy to the big screen. Well, little screen TVs, you know. So I was very excited to meet him. We jumped in line, snaked our way through up to meet him, and he was extremely, extremely kind. I handed him my item, and I showed him where I wanted him to sign it, which was right down through this window here, and asked him to put It 1990 there. And I gave him a purple paint pen, and his eyes just lit up. Like, oh, this is nice. Can I buy this off you? I was like, if you love it, like, you can have it. I'm not gonna make you buy it. So I left him my paint pen, which I ended up losing my paint pens to just about every single person that I encountered. So bad call on my part, but for him and his excitement, and you'll see it in the video, I regret nothing. So here's what he signed. I asked him to sign down the window here, because his signature, if you've seen it, you know he takes up space. But it's a gorgeous signature, and it fit that area perfectly. So there's that with It 1990. Very excited, and you'll see the video right now.
It's amazing, and I love how much room it takes up. I felt like that would be perfect right there.
Thank you.
And then if here you can do like It 1990.
Just write it there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put my signature, It 1990.
Yes, sir.
Okay, red?
Can you do purple?
Oh, with pleasure.
Thank you so much.
I like it. Ooh. Ooh.
That's perfect.
I like it.
1, 2, 3. One more.
Thank you very much. Very nice meeting you.
Thanks for coming out.
Can I buy this from you?
You know what? That's the only one I need today. You can have that one if you want it.
Oh, that's very kind.
Yeah.
How cool is that, right? Dude was so nice. Like, I think that's like what I'm most impressed by this entire weekend was how nice everyone was. I couldn't believe it. So, next up, we walked over a couple tables and we met Tom Atkins. Tom Atkins is a hoot, a real hoot. I heard a lot of people say, Kellyanne pointed out that he looks a lot like Stan Lee, or reminds her of Stan Lee. I can see it. Waited in line for a little bit. Finally got up to the table, had everything ready for him, and he asked how I wanted to sign it. And I said, I had something special in mind. And he looked up like, all right, let's hear it. And you could tell he was like, what weird, dumb thing do you want me to write? So I explained it to him. I told him what I wanted. And he got a kick out of it. He thought it was funny. He was stoked for it. He was down. I know it'll be hard to really see there, but it says, I slapped Joe Hill. His signature and character name, Stan. If you remember Creepshow, Joe Hill is the boy who has the comic. His dad is Tom Atkins, and his dad gives him a 5-finger pow right across the kisser, right? So that's what I wanted him to write, because I want to get Joe Hill added to this. We're going to make a sick dad joke on this poster. Obviously, Joe Hill, Stephen King's son. At the time, he was simply Joe King. He has a pen name now of Joe Hill. So I want him to sign it and say, I was Joe King. Something like that. Joking? Come on. Dad jokes for the win. So, that was my Tom Atkins experience. A picture taken with him. He was a great dude. And we'll add that right
You
here.
want me to sign this?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure.
I was wondering if you could write.
Say it.
I slapped Joe Hill.
I what?
Slapped Joe Hill.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Sick. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Probably like right down here. These posters are so bright.
All right.
Like, they're dark. Like the color is so weird on it. Like there.
In the white or in the...
In the color here.
That's funny. I never signed that before.
Oh, that makes me feel cute.
You?
That makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, boom. Lee Wallace, Tom Atkins, both taken care of. Ready to move on with my day. So next I made it to this other hall that had pretty much everything going on in there. In that hall they had the Screamcast. They weren't there at the time, but the Screamcast was on the back wall. There was some wrestlers. There was some cast from The Walking Dead and Red Skull from Captain America. Terrifier was there, so you had Art the Clown, the director. I was in line for Dick Warlock, and then there was Kane Hodder and Adam Green. Now, Dick Warlock is a super nice guy. The line was a little longer, but he was kind, talking to people. You're going to hear me say kind over and over again. Not sorry. So I had a couple things for some buddies of mine. Signatures turned out perfect. I'm not going to show them here because that is for them to share with the world. But I got myself something from Dick as well, and I knew he was from Ohio. So when I went up, I was like, "Oh, so you're from Ohio, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, not far from here." And we were talking about how he was going to get to spend some time at his family cemetery and things like that. And we're just having like good conversation while he was signing, not trying to take up the line, which is interesting because the person behind me had like 10 or so of the Halloween NECA figures to have signed, and the handlers were basically like, that's ridiculous. You're not having all those signed right now, and these people are waiting for small amount items. I felt like an a-hole for getting 3 things signed. I would have broken it up if I needed to, but I don't know. There was some ridiculous things happening, and it was for resale. Which, whatever, they spent the money to get into Horrorhound as well. They have that right. It was just weird. So I got this. I got my Tuning Terror signed by Mr. Dick Warlock right there. The marker on mine, I don't know, it was the last one signed out of the 3. I don't think it really shows too bad here, but it's a little like bubbly. But I don't care. This is for me. I love it. Very happy with how it turned out. And the other ones look great. And that's, since I got them for other people, I'm very much like, if I get something for you and I don't think it looks perfect, I will beat myself to death over it for the next week. So, stoked. that it was mine that I'm like, meh, about. So yes, Dick Warlock, amazing dude, just incredibly friendly, awesome mustache. Was very happy to encounter him and get the opportunity to get his signature on my Toonie Tear. And what did we have next after the mighty Dick Warlock? Coolest name ever, by the way. Dick Warlock, come on. After Dick Warlock, well, Josh had gone off to do some other things, so he was getting some things signed. He was taking care of business, and we met back up in the vendor room, where there was somebody that I wanted to get added to a piece that I got not long ago from our good friend Jesse. Jesse had a auction in the Mystery Box Bunker, and I won it. You may remember the video for it. We have this Creepshow Fluffy figure that was already signed by Tom Savini, who was at Horrorhound, but I have his autograph everywhere. So I did not need to pick him up while I was there. But we had Daryl Ferrucci added to this figure here. So now I have Tom Savini, the creator of Fluffy, and Daryl, the actor who played Fluffy. So the main thing is going to be getting JSA updated on this, and I cannot wait to do so. Very excited about this. And I believe this was my last autograph for that day. So let's see what that picture looks like.
He's letting you know his procedure here. We're getting our use out of this. Thank you so much. now I feel like it's a challenge, like how much can we get?
I know, I believe in you.
That's perfect.
That works.
That is perfect.
Alright, so we were done for the day. We did some walking around, we did some adventuring, but we really weren't there for long. I was in and out, which is like a bummer. Someone that I knew from my Furnace Fest group, they were there, and while I was there running around everything, it just like slipped my mind to like, yo, make time to see them. So I apologize, but we were in and out in a nice, timely manner, and had plans to come back Sunday. So the next morning, we're out of bed, we get rolling, we get there as soon as we can. We're right through the door, and I went to get Adrienne Barbeau added to my Creepshow poster. Her line was longer the day before, so I decided to wait until that morning. They had some group pictures and stuff going on, so she was signing, she had to go take care of that, and then she came back, and I was able to get her added. So, here we have Adrienne, right there above our Tom Atkins, and Tom Savini had already signed this in the past. And I asked her to write, "You think this is the Friday Night Fights?" So she did that for me, turned out great, super sweet lady. Very happy to have had the experience to meet her in person for that signing. So she signed my Creepshow poster, but wait, there's more. Alright, so Adrienne Barbeau signed my poster, super nice, had her dog with her. Her handler was a very nice lady as well. So it was a great time. And then I come out, and Josh and Kellyanne have this like giddy look on their face. I'm like, cool, what's up, guys? And I knew that they were planning on getting a screen picture taken. Well, Josh was planning on getting the screen picture taken, and he's like, I can get us all in it. So Josh invited me to be in the picture with him and Kellyanne, and the quad picture. So it was Nev Campbell, Matthew Lillard, Jamie Kennedy, and Skeet Ulrich, all in the same picture with us. It was awesome. So we go down to the photo area, wait in line for a little bit. All of a sudden, some dude's running around all crazy, yelling and stuff. Matthew Lillard, he makes an announcement at one point about, like, I know you all love my movie, She's All That, and you're here to see and talk about that movie and blah, blah, blah. And he requests that anyone with children under the age of 6 or ADA needs, wheelchairs, whatever, move to the front of the line so they can get through the process more quickly, which I mad respect for that. Like, awesome. He was walking through the crowd, he was high-fiving people, like, paying attention to kids, being so kind, and when you go through those photo ops, it's like boom, 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 you know, and it has to be. That's not a complaint. It has to be. So we get through the line, and we walk into this area where it's like a tent around it or whatever, and you go in and there's like a fake house, and then Nev Campbell, Jamie Kennedy, Matthew Lillard, and Skeet Ulrich just standing there, and Josh and Kellyanne just walk in. They've done this before. I'm the new guy, and I'm just like, I don't know where to go, what to do, and Nev Campbell's like, come here, just come on in. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. So get into the picture. Matthew Lillard gets a nice hand grab of Josh's ass. Like, Nev Campbell's got her arm around me and everything, and she's like, it doesn't feel like they're like, just go. We just picture go. Like, she actually, like, I don't know, squeezed, I don't know. She was touching, I don't know. Like, it felt warm, and it didn't feel like a cold in and out thing. So we get the picture taken, we start to leave, and they're like, wait, we gotta double check, make sure it turned out okay. Someone was blinking, so we jump back in for a second shot, and like shook hands with all of them, and Matthew Lillard gives each of us a compliment. Like, I feel like that's his thing, is like he wants to make sure you feel appreciated. So he's like, your mustache and mullet are incredible. And I was just like, oh, thank you, Matthew Lillard. And then we were on our way. Like, we went back up to explore, and everything I had gone to get, I was pretty much locked in for. I'll put the screen picture here in a minute, but I promised Vlad that I would get him Uncle Lloyd's autograph, so I did obtain that. I'm not going to show it because that's for him to show. I already apologized to him. I got a picture with him, which I guess I can't show the picture with him either because it has the autograph in it, but I was really excited to get this piece for Vlad. And when we got there, Lloyd Kaufman from the Troma Films had two markers. He had like a black Sharpie, a silver Sharpie. And I had my paint pens, and I was like, I had them in my hand, like, can we use one of these instead? And he used one, and it was just messy. Like, nothing, I mean, he was in a hurry. He was trying to get things done. He was very talkative, very distracted. So he wasn't all there in the moment signing, and it was just a very sloppy signature, sloppy autograph. So I did show it to Vlad. He loves it. That's all that matters. As far as, like, goodies and other things I got, like, Josh got this poster during the Scream filming, or not filming, but during the premiere, so he gave me that. So I might get some things added to that at some point, but it was just such a great weekend, and I almost didn't go. I said this in the beginning, like, Emily kind of explained to me why I should, and I'm so glad I went. It was such a great time, and I know there's been a lot of complaints about the layout, the setup, how busy it was. There were a lot of people, and I think there's this new excitement about doing things like this again that didn't exist for a while because we were all shut in. We didn't have conventions. We didn't have things that we could do. So we have to relearn how to do things in public. Biggest piece of advice, if you're going to go to one of these events, take a shower. Take a shower. You're BO. All of us left with BO headaches, and that's not cool. The lines for Scream were insane, and that sucks. I know Josh wanted to get some Scream cast members. That was the biggest complaint I heard, was how impossible it was because they were capping the lines, but it's unfortunately the way that they have to do it to keep things organized. I almost got something from Ryan Hurst. I'm a huge Sons of Anarchy fan, but there's something about, like, the people that I got autographs from, I have no complaints about. They were kind, they were friendly. Even when they were sitting at their table, they just looked kind and friendly. And Ryan Hurst just didn't look like he wanted to be there. It was like $100 for a picture and an autograph, and I was just like, you know what? I'm sticking more to horror now, sticking more to 3D pieces instead of flats. Like, I don't need to do that. So I passed on him, but I'll add some extra pictures. All in all, it was a great time. Thank you for Horror's Sake for some of the tips along the way, to Josh and Kellyanne for helping me get the balls to go, because I don't like crowds and stuff. But looking forward to doing it again. I would definitely do it again, and I think that this is something that Josh and I want to make a nice habit. This will be my horror version of Furnace Fest. So thank you for watching this video. I know it was extremely long. I hope that it was entertaining. And if you have anything you want to say, leave it in the comments below, and I will talk to you all again soon.